Look, enough said. Time to cut off his head. Come July the 24th, there will be bloodshed. Get your tickets now. I'll see you soon.
Yup, I got this. Shit, she looking ugly. Ooh, she look like a whole birthday cake. Oh, shit. Damn. I got this.
Let's go, baby. Come on. Come on, D.
1,
Huh.
2,
Huh.
3.
Huh. Come on, D. Come on. Get it. Lock it up.
It'll be a train. You say a semi truck, I'm gonna run you over with a train, baby. Whoa, whoa. 310. You better get your weight up.
Deontay's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So there it is, man. Deontay Wilder, he ain't playing. Deontay Wilder is serious, and he's coming for blood. The man just said to Tyson Fury, you said semi-truck, I'm gonna run you over like a train. You know, it's sad, but funny at the same time when you think about the fact that right now, they won't admit it, but America is actually panicking that the American may win. How crazy does that sound? And when I say America, obviously we're talking about the racist ones, which are unfortunately the majority of boxing fans that obviously aren't black. Just to prove my point, Chris Algieri, he just said something that was extremely honest, and I don't think he realizes how honest he actually was. Let me read to you guys exactly what he said. He said it's a scary fight because Wilder can knock out anybody and he can upset the whole apple cart. I'm not a big fan of this fight happening right now because I want to see Fury and Joshua, end quote. Notice he says it's a scary fight. But he's saying it's a scary fight because Wilder may actually win. So that proves the exact point that I was making. I told you, Americans are terrified that the American may actually win. I mean, just think about it for a second. Wouldn't you expect the American to say, you know, this is a scary fight because Tyson Fury is a really good boxer and Tyson Fury may actually win? You would expect the Americans to say that. What Chris Algieri just said is what you would expect the UK fans to say, right? I've been telling you guys this since day one, and it has been proven since I told you guys this. America is the only country that roots against their own country. Not even the UK does this. And UK is a melting pot just like America is. Do you guys ever notice the majority of professional boxers, when they come out, once this fight was signed, all of a sudden, you start hearing so many people worried that Deontay Wilder might win. It started with Tyson Fury's own trainer and father. He said pretty much the same thing that Chris Algieri said. He said, I don't like this fight. You know, Deontay Wilder may be a different fighter. He even went so far as saying, I don't even know, I'm not sure if my son wins this fight. And he admitted that he wanted Tyson Fury to just drop all the belts or drop the WBC belt to avoid this fight to go after the Anthony Joshua fight. But I don't even think that Tyson Fury could have did that if he wanted to, because I think Tyson would have done it. If that's all he had to lose was the belt, he would have done that. Now, actually going back to Chris Algieri, because there's one more point I forgot to mention. Notice how he tried to justify saying he's scared that Deontay Wilder may possibly knock out Tyson Fury because he can knock out anyone. Well, he was trying to justify saying that by saying, because I want to see Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua. But that makes no sense though, because if Deontay Wilder, if he knocks out or if he beats Tyson Fury, why wouldn't you want to see Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua? After all, this was the fight that everyone was talking about way before Tyson Fury even came onto the scene. And on top of that, you should want to watch the third fight, because that means whoever wins this fight is the more deserving person to fight Anthony Joshua. So why don't you have any enthusiasm for the American to fight the Brit, as opposed to watching the Brit fight the Brit? It makes no sense. Chris Algieri is really just saying what a lot of these other non-black fans are saying, which is, I don't want to see Tyson Fury lose to Deontay Wilder, period. It has really nothing to do with Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua. A lot of these fans, they feel this is the biggest win ever for a white heavyweight. This is the biggest win ever for a white heavyweight. And if Deontay Wilder wins this fight, it completely takes all that away. That's a lot of pressure on a racist, guys. That's a lot of pressure on a racist. Now, since we're talking about this being like the biggest win for a white heavyweight to beat a black champion, understand this, because some people will say, oh, well, you got to remember the Klitschko's, they were champions for a long time. But see, the difference from the Klitschko's, neither one of them had ever had a win as big as this win that Tyson Fury had over Deontay Wilder. Surely the Klitschko's, they beat a lot of good fighters, no doubt. But the most important fight of both of their careers was when Vitaly Klitschko fought against Lennox Lewis, because Lennox Lewis was the best heavyweight of that era. That was the guy that Vitaly or Vladimir, whoever got him first, was supposed to beat. That was the signature win. That was Vitaly's Joe Frazier, if you will. That was his Ali. That was his Deontay Wilder. And he lost to him. So that is why they praise the Tyson Fury win far more than any other win. And this is why even America, they've already celebrated the 1 year anniversary that Tyson Fury beat Deontay Wilder. The UK has already built a statue of Tyson Fury knocking out Deontay Wilder. I mean, right now, America and the UK, they're fighting over Tyson Fury on who can celebrate and who can congratulate him the most. That's why there's so much on the line when it comes to this third fight. This is the reason why America is panicking so much right now, because they stand to lose all of that. They stand to lose all of that if Deontay Wilder wins this third fight. It's a lot of pressure on both fighters. I keep telling you guys, it's tremendous pressure on Wilder, but I think there's more pressure on Tyson Fury, because if Tyson Fury loses, that means he was only able to beat Deontay Wilder because he cheated. If Tyson Fury wins the fight, then that means he was able to beat him while he cheated, and he was able to beat him when he wasn't cheating. Now, if Deontay Wilder loses the fight, then it means that even once again, when Tyson Fury wasn't cheating, Wilder still couldn't beat him. So this puts tremendous pressure on both fighters. This fight is going to be huge. This fight is going to be huge. I mean, with all of the drama, with all the controversy, the scandal of the gloves, I can't see any event being bigger than this. Even though Manny Pacquiao versus Spence is going to be a big fight, it's just not going to have the drama that this fight has. So Deontay Wilder is looking really, really good. And once again, you guys notice all the stuff that you usually hear the fans in the comment section say, oh, Wilder, he doesn't know how to fight. He doesn't know how to box. He's a horrible this and all this other stuff. Windmill Wilder, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. He has no chance against Tyson Fury. I think I alluded to this earlier. But you guys notice how, once again, the professional boxers, they never corroborate anything that these internet fans say? Is because the truth often looks a lot different than the emotionally driven comments that we see on the internet or hear fans say on the streets. I mean, even the guy that these fans are trying to defend, even he doesn't agree with his own fans. It was Tyson Fury who kept coming out and repeating it over and over again, saying that Deontay Wilder is the most dangerous heavyweight in the division. He's never said that Deontay Wilder is the easiest guy to beat in the division. He doesn't know how to box, etc., etc. This is going to be a walk in the park. He's never said this about Deontay Wilder. It's funny because some fans, they'll try to respond to that by saying, oh, well, maybe he's just saying that because he wants to sell the fight. He's trying to sell the fight. You know, of course, he's not going to tell people, you know, that this guy is garbage, etc., etc. First of all, fighters always do that. They always promote a fight by saying their opponent is garbage. He has no chance. I'm going to knock him out easy. Matter of fact, to prove my point, how come Tyson Fury didn't say that Anthony Joshua is going to be his most difficult fight? Why didn't he say he's the most difficult guy to beat, the toughest guy to beat in my division? You notice he didn't say that, right? In fact, Tyson Fury has never said this about any of his opponents. He didn't say this about Klitschko, and he didn't say it about Fury. He only said it about Wilder. You know why? Because he's telling you the truth. Because of Wilder's equalizer. I keep telling you guys, it's extremely dangerous to fight someone like Wilder because once again, you can be outboxing him the whole night. Like King Kong Ortiz was in the rematch. And then out of nowhere comes the boom. That monstrous ass right hand. And then everything you did in that fight in previous rounds, it means absolutely nothing. Because you just got knocked out. That's what makes Wilder so dangerous. With a lot of other heavyweight fighters, now there's no doubt about it, one punch can end things. But with a lot of other fights, you got a really good chance when you figure a person out and you win in the rounds, there's a very good chance you're like, okay, I'm either going to knock this guy out towards the end or I'm going to cruise to the finish line and I win. But with Deontay Wilder, every second of the fight is extremely dangerous. You can't sleep for a second when you're in the ring with Deontay Wilder. That is the big difference. So I'm looking forward to this fight. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. We'll be talking a lot more about it down the line. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, then this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called Elo Deki Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to elodeki.com. Like them on Facebook and follow them on Instagram.
Hello, my name is Dominic. I just got my procedure done here in South Carolinas. I was recommended by Deontay's Boxing Nation, and it's real. You know, here's the results. The brother out here, Brother Enoch, is real, and it's a very, very, very good recommendation. I recommend it. 4 hours, you in, you out, and it's the rest of your life.
So if anyone in the world wants this hookup, make sure you contact my man Enoch at 704-499-3471, and make sure to follow him on Instagram.